From mud to rocks and mountains to valleys, from the great outdoors to the city streets, from the heights of Colorado to the lowlands of Pennsylvania. These are the things that make up an off-roader's ideal world. Today's guest will talk about these and other unique experiences which he encountered on a recent trip to Pennsylvania's Paragon Adventure Park, the home of the East Coast's best off-roading. The Humanities Communication Arts Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's writers, directors, and personalities. And now, join our host, Colin McTernan.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved in this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 4 different productions. This program will give them a chance to talk about themselves, the productions they are planning, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is an aspiring filmmaker and an experienced wheeler with trips to trails and events all over the United States. He also has a keen interest in automotives. We'd like you to meet today's guest, Will Gentile.
Hi, Colin. It's good to be here.
Thanks for coming on today. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
So tell us about your experience that you had when you went to your Paragon Adventure Park in Pennsylvania.
Well, Paragon as a whole, it's, like you said, an adventure park, which is just an off-road park where you pay a fee and you're allowed in for the day and to do what you want to do on the trails. It's really like an expedition-style experience, as you can see right there. That's me in my Jeep traversing the rocks in my Cherokee. People of all ages and races gather there. You'll see kids, teenagers, older adults, everyone. It's really an experience for everyone. And the park is comprised of 150 miles worth of designated trails. You're allowed in with Jeeps, ATVs, dirt bikes. They're all permitted to navigate at their leisure. I went out there with my off-road club, which is basically just a big group of friends which we have organized. And we all have a house down there we stay at. And we go on about 3 to 4 big multi-day trips there a year. And it's just a really fun experience.
Wow, this is a great video here we have.
Yeah, that's me coming down the rock face right there on one of the trails.
Seems pretty dangerous to be doing something like this.
Yeah, actually, like you can see right there with my friend Jeff, you can see the big roll cage there made of the structural tubing. It really helps, like in an event of a rollover, like you're about to see. Steph, who's driving, does a nose up there and almost goes backwards.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's good to have the roll cage. They have some great scenic spots there at the park. You can really just take a break and enjoy your surroundings, and the trails have all different levels of experience. Like it ranges from green to red. Green would be the easiest. One you're seeing right now is probably a black, which is one of the more hard ones. Like
wow.
he went over, see. The red trails, this isn't a red, but a red trail, you would need a guide because the trail is actually so complicated that you need a specialized person to come with you to oversee your wheeling.
Wow, that's crazy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really quite an experience. Like right here is in Paragon's play area, they call it, where they just have a series of hill climbs. The camera really doesn't do too much justice, but they're very high and pretty steep. So that's the whole experience there.
Wow, it's very interesting.
Thank you.
That's quite a hobby you have there. So you're here at NCC. Tell us why you decided to take the television production course here at Norwalk Community College.
Well, I really wanted to get involved and learn about the new generation of video cameras, which they really have a nice selection of here. Just some really nice cameras. I learned to edit using Avid, which is a very professional program. I had experience in other programs prior, but Avid is really the real deal, you know. And I had a curiosity about TV productions, especially the post-production aspect, which is all the editing and adding titles and just splicing everything together. Mm-hmm. And really, it would just be nice to have a career in the future. So this really helped me in that way to get established professionally, to get my feet on the ground. So that would be it.
Sure to be an exciting career.
Yeah.
So tell us something about the most useful things that you've used in the course.
We really learned how to use the video camera, like just the basic techniques, compositioning, sequencing, the whole scripting aspect. It was a really good experience. We had video and audio editing experience with switching and post-production editing. Electronic video effects, which would include titles, just video effects in general, transitioning and wiping. And just the whole team concept of the whole TV production, like getting to work in a group and really pulling things together and just learning to work with people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I know it was a very challenging course. Can you tell us about some of the projects that you were assigned to complete throughout the semester?
Yeah, we started out with a few projects, but the first one on the video would be the campus story, where we really learned how to script and use our storyboards and learned how to key in titles. We used video techniques learned in our original sequencing project, which is not shown here, but it's quite similar. We refined close-ups to convey action and emotion, and as you can see, we tried to capture some emotion here with Johnson and Colin as they read their paper. Like I said, the original use of storyboards, we had never done that before, so it was really good practice to get a hint with storyboards here. And we moved on to Science Day, which was the use of non-scripted video and audio techniques. And we perfected editing the whole production, which was an hour and 45 minutes. We actually cut that down to 6 minutes of edited film.
Wow.
And it stayed coherent, so that was our goal.
That's
and
exciting, yeah.
we used cutaways and voiceovers for it. And we also finished it up with interviewing. We augmented our interviewing skills by interviewing John Dolan here, as you see, one of the professors here at NCC doing a science experiment on stage. And one of the final ones would be the New England Fall Foliage Project. We worked on our composition, which was a big part of this project. Framing techniques, another big part of composition. And we used extensive editing to combine and build this project from scratch. We matched music to the mood of the video, which was music of our own choosing. And it really just helped capture a mood for the whole thing. As you can see, we have the red and the orange leaves, they really pop. The final one would be the Guns N' Hoses commercial, which we were given a sequence of just split up clips in which we had to put together and get the timing right and just all the transitions. And it was just the whole process of piecing together timed video clips into a sequence to make a whole coherent commercial.
So you edited all that together yourself?
Yeah, it probably took us about a week or so just in the lab, just piecing everything together so it would work in the end.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
So out of all the projects that we've just seen, which one can you say was the best project? Which one you could, really hang a star on?
My best project, I would have to say, would be the New England Fall Foliage. We got a lot of freedom in filming this project. We were just able to go out and film what we wanted to film, and it was just a nice change of things because there were not a lot of restrictions. We were allowed camera moves, as you can see, which is typically frowned upon, but we really got to practice that. We were also allowed to choose our own musical selection. Let's listen to that for a second. I really tried to capture a calm mood with a guitar.
Yeah, it's very soothing.
Piece.
It's a very soothing piece
that was
you put
the
together
idea.
here for us.
I'm happy how that turned out, the whole mood. And we actually had to edit the camera sounds from when we filmed it out, and we dubbed it over with the music you're hearing. And like I said, it really helped create a mood for it. And this was a good experience for the course because it actually forced you to get outside and into what you're doing and really commit to getting the right footage of what you wanted. And I think this was my favorite piece from the
So you would
TV
definitely
course.
say it's a lot harder than it actually looks.
Oh, the video definitely doesn't do the work justice. It's a lot of work to get this.
Wow, you did a great job on that.
Thank you.
So after completing the course here at Norwalk Community College, what would you like to go on to create next?
I would like to continue my travels like you saw at putting together off-road videos, typically at Paragon. And I would like to use this footage for a film documentary eventually for just covering the sport of off-roading and the whole community. And using these skills, I think it would be a great advantage to start a professional career in the post-production editing with Avid and all the video techniques we've learned in the future.
Definitely. So after that, what are your long-term career goals that you have in mind?
Long-term goals would include to complete the sequence of the TV courses here at NCC, just to get it all under my belt and really get my feet on the ground in the whole professional aspect of this. Become more familiar, even more so, with the digital filming and the whole post-production, like I mentioned, with editing in the AVID program, and just the whole framing techniques and all the stuff I need work on. Perhaps pursue a professional career with all the experience I've gathered here at NCC. I think it was a really good experience to get that started.
Well, we'll definitely be on the lookout for some of your future work that you have in store for us. Thank you. Today we got to meet someone who shared with us the wonders of the outdoors and the sport of off-roading. As a new TV director, he hopes to apply what he has learned at NCC to document other travel and off-road experiences. He also plans to use the new knowledge from Television One to edit exciting travel videos in the future. I would like to thank today's guest, Will Gentile, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
We hope you enjoyed meeting some of today's future directors and hope you will join us each week as we progress this semester. Thank you and good day.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Colin McTiernan, directed by Paulo Cressetta. I'm your announcer, Tamara T. The New Directors is an our community college student production.